This image blew me away when I saw it the other day. I love Isabel's work, and I've been wanting to feature an image of hers for a long time now because she has fantastic stuff, and I feel like not a lot of people know about her,
Yeah, Isabel,
unfortunately.
man, I don't even really even know where to begin with her work because it's so. And again, I had a hard time, choosing, an image. Well, for one, I love frozen trees. I don't have any frozen trees in my portfolio, but this is something that I wish I had in so many ways. It's just so beautifully composed, and this is like the perfect example of how good composition, if you do the composition right in the field, like you don't need a crazy sky, you don't
Hmm.
need all these fancy elements to make the scene to make the scene work. This is just so well done. It's so well processed. Perfect spacing, so much interest. My eye is just wandering throughout the scene. I don't know. This
One,
tree
in
could
a
be
way,
big.
like subtler weather conditions and lighting conditions allow you to appreciate the subject matter even more because they're not like
Sure.
distracting at all. They're not like too
Yes.
loud or anything. Like in this case, the subject matter is so inherently interesting.
Yep.
The shapes of these frozen trees, like, yeah, if there was too much going on in the background besides this like nice pastel, cool sky with a little bit of warmth on the horizon, like it would just take away from it. I feel like you wouldn't be able to appreciate as much.
Yeah. Yeah, like everything is it just has such a beautiful flow, and I can just like
Yeah.
look at this all day long. I'm not getting hung up on anything. Just super, super, super nice. Isabel's work is again another one of these artists that is just completely overlooked, and her work is just so good. It's so nice. Um, it's really, really nice, and her website is nice. You can look at the images and not get distracted with stuff. Everything has a nice flow. I love
Hmm.
the way she has her gallery set up. It's really, really, really nice, and I just love her work. I mean, she's great, and I just wish that um, she had a little bit more exposure because her work is that good.
Fantastic. I featured her in one of my newsletters because I always like feature a photographer in every newsletter that I send out.
Yep.
Um, but the story behind this image was really cool too because she said like 15 years ago she lost a loved
Yeah.
one and then she
Yep.
found like comfort in a book by Erland and Ursula Harburg, which are these two really great Norwegian photographers. They used to be married, um, called Lapland, the Alaska of Europe. And so, like, ever since then, she'd been inspired by this place and had wanted to make photographs of it because most of her portfolio is like seascapes and stuff in Spain, like a lot of coastal work, really nice, intimate coastal work and stuff like that, really subtle, small scenes and things like that. So this was really different. Like, when I saw her post this, I was really surprised because like nothing else that she has done before.
Hmm.
But yeah, that story behind it,
Yes.
just how those photographers influenced her to go here and shoot it. Like, I think it's really cool to hear that. And I think there's an important thing there because, like, just if somebody inspires you, like, give them credit. It doesn't
Yep.
diminish your work at all. Like, it doesn't take away from this at all that she was inspired by two other photographers that photographed this place 15 years before her, like, to mention them or anything. Like, you don't need to be the first one. You don't need to have like an original idea. It's okay if somebody like influenced you to go and photograph a certain place or photograph in a certain way, but give them credit because I think it's cool to, give credit to one another where it's when it's due. And
Hmm.
if anything, like it just makes you look even better for admitting it. And it doesn't diminish the work at all. It doesn't take away from it at all. And for me, it makes it even more meaningful.
I totally agree. Yeah, so I had never heard of her, so I just pulled up her Instagram, and that was the first thing that jumped out at me. So this is a recent post, like how
You
different.
must not be subscribed to my newsletter then, man.
I don't.
Oh,
I
see
think
how
you
you
forget to send it to me.
Right to
you see how
spam
you
every
see how you
fucking
did
time.
you see how he did you just like literally just
I
threw
know
you
he
under the
does.
bus and
Does it
ran
to me
you
all the
over.
damn time.
He did it to
Backed
himself,
up.
dude.
Yo, no love.
Super
God,
easy to
Eric.
subscribe.
Dude,
Support your friend.
honestly, when did you send it? Because I do subscribe. I do get
It might have been in
your
my last newsletter or in the one before that, but
Okay.
I think it was,
Definitely
Well,
did.
anyway, I'll check it out. Anyway, point being, yeah, it is definitely different than her other stuff. But the first thing that jumped out at me, with this image, besides the shapes and the like near perfect composition, is that subtle treatment of the light, on those trees. That's such a difficult thing to do. Somebody who shoots in the snow a lot, to get that kind of pure, very subtle gradient between the warm, light, direct light, and the subtle blue shadows. It's such a difficult thing to do without overdoing it and maintain that contrast. So she did it so well here.
Yeah, I love how the highlights on the snow are white, because I could picture somebody else being like, "Oh, blue hour," and just like pushing the white balance slider like way to the left, like making it like Oompa Loompa blue or some shit.
Yeah, man. It's just so nice. And like, I just, like I said, just always, like, again, like, I just want to, see different stuff. And, again, somebody that doesn't get like a lot of love, that deserves it, and, Isabel is one of those people. So I hope she sees this, and I just, really enjoy your work. And yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Great choice.
there's a section on her website that I was looking at. It was Pahoho. I don't know if I got that right. Pahoe. But it's that pillowy lava flow.
Yes.
Like gold is such a difficult color. I feel to pull out in a photograph, and she got it.
Yeah, and what was cool about that too is it's consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was very consistent. It wasn't like it was all over the place. Everything was very consistent, and I really appreciated that in that particular gallery. I'm glad you brought that up, because I was looking at that one. I was like, man, this was really interesting, and I really like how everything was nice and consistent. It seemed like it was like all over the place, which
I've never seen it before anywhere else. I mean, it's just,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and just thinking about like how would one print that? I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it would
a lot of test prints. That's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of paper.
Yeah,
but it's definitely worthwhile looking at on the website.
Yep, her website is great too. It's she did a good job there.
Yeah, her stuff is really great. I recommend everyone check it out. I've been wanting to sneak one of her photos into one of these episodes, but such a long list of people.
I got you, Eric. I got you.
Appreciate it, man.
That's why we do this.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.